Dino Crisis 2. Gameplay. Dino Crisis 2 is a third-person shooter, meaning that the player controls characters in a third-person view. Yet the perspective changes with movement into new areas and fields of view as the game uses predetermined camera angles. The game also departs more from the survival horror of the first Dino Crisis and is more action-oriented, with more open areas, more items and less emphasis on puzzles. Characters. The two protagonists of the game are Dylan Morton and Regina, with Dylan being new to the series, and Regina reprising her role after the events of the first Dino Crisis. Dylan is a tactical reconnoitering and acquisition team (TR-80) commando, who's been sent back in time with the rest of the team, in what was originally supposed to be a search and rescue mission. Another prominent character is another TRAT member, David Folk. At the start he is separated from Regina and Dylan, after enraging a Tyrannosaurus. He's shot with a rocket launcher, but later saves them at Edward City from Velociraptor in an attack helicopter. Another recurring character is Paula, a teenage girl who is a part of the mysterious syndicate, who are hostile to the main characters. Story. It is 2010. 1 year has passed since the events of Dino Crisis. Third energy research continues, this time at the hands of a government agency. However, an accident has occurred. Edward City, an entire town devoted to the research, has completely vanished, and been replaced by a prehistoric jungle. A search and rescue operation is set underway by TRAT, to travel back in time and recover the survivors, and locate the missing third energy research data. In this team are commandos Dylan Morton and David Folk, and Regina due to her experience from the last encounter. Upon landing on the island, the team sets up camp but is attacked by velociraptors, with most of the team killed except for Dylan, Regina and David. A Tyrannosaurus Rex chases Dylan and Regina to a slope, where they become separated. Regina heads back to their ship while Dylan heads off into the jungle where he is attacked by packs of velociraptors. When Dylan reaches a military facility, the Tyrannosaurus Rex attacks him. However, before taking shelter in one of the barracks he is shot at by unknown helmeted figures. Inside, he attempts to retrieve a keycard but sets off a security alarm and is imprisoned. Back at the ship, Regina receives a distress call from Dylan and sets out to rescue him. Along the way she takes an alternate route towards the research facility. There she encounters more of the helmeted figures, but one fails to escape and is handcuffed by Regina. She removes the figure's helmet, revealing the figure to be a blonde teenage girl who cannot speak. Regina leaves the girl there while she rescues Dylan back at the military base. She brings the girl from the research facility back to the patrol ship, but finds that it has been ransacked. Before he leaves to look for ship parts, Dylan handcuffs the unknown girl to the ship. Strangely, she halts her struggles upon looking at him. Dylan recovers a ship battery of the research facility, which also houses human containment chambers and is overrun by oviraptors. He arrives back at the ship to find the girl gone. They pilot the ship to an offshore undersea base called the Third Energy Facility where Regina turns the prime third energy reactor back on, evading attacks from mosasaurs and plesiosaurs that have taken residence in the underwater portions of the facility. She returns to the surface where she and Dylan get a distress call from David, who claims to have found the survivors at Edward City. After being chased by Triceratops they crash just outside the city into a field infested with velociraptors. However, David saves them in a helicopter, but only to find that the dinosaurs have killed all the remaining survivors in the city. There Dylan encounters the Tyrannosaurus Rex once more and escapes in the tank. He is ambushed by yet another helmeted figure, but the figure is thrown off a bridge by the blonde girl before she leaves. Dylan recovers something in the aftermath of the struggle, a necklace worn by his dead sister that the blonde girl had been wearing. Regina locates the missile silo and retrieves the third energy data disk. Just outside, she witnesses the Tyrannosaurus Rex get killed by Giganotosaurus that then follows her into the silo, which triggers a countdown. Regina fends it off by dousing it in flammable gas and igniting it. After she shuts off the missile, the Giganotosaurus gets back up and smashes the silo foundation, starting a fire. Outside, David and Dylan are waiting, having opened the bay doors for their escape, but David is eaten by an Allosaurus, which also knocks Dylan into the river, taking him away upstream. He wakes up in an unknown area where the blonde girl leads him into a large base complex, where she shows him a recording that reveals the truth. After the incident in the first game, the humans decided to study the dinosaurs. Widespread time skewing was carried out, with disastrous results that threatened the end of the project when it became clear that dinosaurs and humans could not coexist. The military decided to transport all the dinosaurs 3 million years into the future, where they could thrive, before they were to be sent back to their own time when the third energy time gate was perfect. It was called the Noah's Ark Plan. However, the time gate overloaded and was destroyed, leaving both the team and dinosaurs trapped. Even though the survivors were killed by the dinosaurs, their children were brought to the safety of the Habitat Support Facility, where they were kept in life support chambers, which protected them and allowed for growth and learning. The children learned how to survive around dinosaurs, and because of the nature of the Noah's Ark Plan, they were taught to protect the dinosaurs, but lost the ability to speak, becoming the helmeted figures. One of the members of the team that came to the future was Dylan himself, who made the recording, but much older and with a daughter, Paula, the blonde girl. As a result of the overload, Edward City itself had been transported to the future. The future Dylan tells his past self there is a basic gate to take him, Regina and the children back to their time. However, they can only use it once. Dylan is attacked by another helmeted figure that has set off the base as self-destruct. Before their fight is interrupted by the Giganotosaurus, Dylan manages to set off a satellite laser blasting the dinosaur, incinerating it completely. Regina turns up at the last minute, but Paula's legs are crushed by falling equipment. Unable to free her, and with the building ready to explode, Dylan decides not to leave her, and so sends Regina back through the time gate with the research disk, asking her to build a time gate to return and save them. Regina runs through the gate, promising to return. Both Paula and Dylan are about to be crushed by falling equipment, but at the last split second the building explodes. The end.